Hey guys, welcome back to the Art of Real Estate as we're working through the Fanatical Prospecting book together. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I'm geeking out on it. I love it. Hope you got your copy by now. I always have mine with me right now as we're working through it. So let's jump into chapter 2. So chapter 2, he talks about the 7 mindsets of fanatical prospectors. And he starts off the chapter and talks about how success leaves clues. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can just look at what successful people do and R&D it, rip off and duplicate that, right? That's what we're going to talk through right now is in the book, he's worked through these things and studied this, and he identified these 7 mindsets, and we're going to just kind of talk through those together. The first mindset he talks about is being optimistic and enthusiastic. That one's pretty simple. I think just having a positive attitude about what we do every day. And if you're showing up to work and you're not enthusiastic about it, your heart's not going to be in it. You're not going to put the effort behind it. So, whatever morning routine that you need to do to get your day started right, that's where it all starts, is your positive attitude to come in and do what you got to do. And that comes through the phone. It comes through our tone of voice and all those things. You know that. So really, do we have the right optimistic, enthusiastic attitude? The second one is being competitive. This is huge for me. Anything sports related gets me going. I'm a very competitive guy, if you know me at all. I know some realtors aren't as competitive as others, but I think we all have to have a little bit of that fire in us to be successful in this business. If not, I think you're probably going to struggle more than others. So, but do you have that grit? Do you want to win? Do you show up and want to be the best agent in town? Whether you're going to a listing appointment to compete with somebody else, or you're one of the multiple agents that online lead has contacted, but you got to have that fire in your belly and be competitive to win that client. So I think that one is an easy one to understand. The third one is being confident, just that expectation that you're going to win. Do you believe in yourself? Do you think you're the best person to help that client? So do you expect to win? Do you plan on winning? The fourth one is relentless. He talks about being relentless. This is something we talk about with our team, is this relentless pursuit of a client or a lead. When somebody comes in, that you're going to relentlessly follow up with them and do whatever it takes until you win. Persistence is key, and that you just know you're always that one phone call away from your next yes. And you're going to get a lot of no's. The lender I work with says, hey, I don't mind the storm of no's, because when it's storming no's, I know that there's going to be some yeses trickle in. And that's a great mindset to have. So just that relentless follow-up and pursuit it is to get those new clients. The fifth one is thirsty for knowledge. I love this one is, I feel like, the time that leaders stop learning or stop reading and all these things, they really forfeit their right to lead. That's something that has been taught to me, and I'm a firm believer in that. But not just for leaders. I think that applies to anybody in this business, is if we're going to get better today than we were yesterday, what are we doing to grow? What seminars are you going to? What books are you reading? What are you listening to? What conferences are you attending? Who's your mentor? What conversations are you having? Who's pouring into you? Just really challenge yourself and think about that. Do you have that aspect in your life? And if not, where are you going to get it? How are you going to implement that into your daily routine? And I think that's one of those mindsets it takes to continue to grow and to win in this business. The sixth one is systematic and efficient. And in the book, he relates this to elite athletes. And this is where I always remember these points easily, because I love anything related to sports. But he talks about these elite athletes. It's a system to them. They practice so much. In our business, that could be role playing. It could be scripts and dialogues. But athletes, they practice their craft so much that it's a system to them. And they do it very efficiently too, because it's over and over and over again, where you just get that much better, more efficient, effective at your craft. So do you have the mindset of just being systematic and efficient? And the seventh one is adaptive and flexible. And again, that one is pretty obvious too. We're in a changing world. Our business, our industry changes constantly. Are you open to change? Do you adapt with the changing times? For example, years ago it was, even paperless, for example. The shift to DocuSign was huge. And those that didn't want to do it have really struggled in such a fast-paced business that we're in now. Now is everything's electronic, and it could be related to the way we market property or the way that we, do all types of things in a transaction. But you have that adaptive mindset, and are you flexible to change with the times? Because that's what it's going to take to win too. Being open-minded and not having our head buried in the sand like a dinosaur, that things are changing and we don't want to change. The cool thing is I thought about all 7 of these, is all of them in my opinion, can be strengthened. You might be strong in 3 or 4 of them, and might be lacking in a couple of them. And that's fine. All of them are things that you can work on every day to improve you and your business. So, I would challenge you to look in the mirror, put these 7 mindsets in the mirror with yourself and just think about, where am I strong in these areas and where am I weak? And then if I'm weak, what can I do to strengthen these? What can I start reading? How can I start role playing? What can I do to become more competitive? I don't, just have to get creative on some of these, but I think all of them can be strengthened if they're given your thought and focus and attention. So we'd be interested to hear, what areas you feel like you're strong in, where you feel like you're weak in. Get somebody to mastermind with. You can share thoughts here in the group, and hopefully we can get some dialogue going where maybe we can add value to each other in these areas. But anyway, so chapter 2, I really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed thinking about these mindsets. So just encourage you to slow down for a few minutes, look in the mirror with your own business with these things, and then share your thoughts with us. So thanks, guys, and we'll continue on from here.